let's discuss how they always fall for it. I really think past a certain point, you have to understand that a lot of the people who seem to keep falling for Democratic Party entryism, like, oh, this guy's like the new based anti-Zionist guy who's definitely not going to betray basically all of his principles in record speed. No, no, no. The reason why they fall for that is not because they're falling for it at all. They're happy with it. They don't mind it. They're happy to just give up all that stuff. As long as they get some degree of concessions out of it, or at least the candidate can make them feel like they might get some degree of concessions out of it. It's just ridiculous past a certain point. Like, past a certain point, they have no plausible deniability left. So here's what's happened, okay? Just this week, like a fucking week ago, I made a video going over how Mamdani, since he won the primary, he brought in like DNC consulting firms and he caved on everything. You know, he brought in like Obama staffers for his transition team. He brought in like de Blasio, I don't know how the fuck you say his name, Cuomo, and Adam staffers, like Zionists. His transition team is nothing but like a bunch of fucking liberal Zionists and former Obama guys. He announced since then that he's keeping on, we already knew that he was thinking about it, but he's certainly 100% now keeping on Jessica Tisch as his police commissioner. Notable particularly because the mayor gets to choose the police commissioner. It's a hand-picked political appointment. He can choose whoever he wants, and he chooses Jessica Tisch. This is someone who is responsible for basically, you know, she constantly prosecutes people for saying anti-Israel phrases, for anti-Semitism and shit like that. Okay? Mamdani's okay with that. Like, the biggest thing that Mamdani could have done for anti-Zionism is appoint like a random liberal two-statist police commissioner who just won't prosecute people for being anti-Israel. He didn't need to get like a revolutionary socialist police commissioner. That one gesture would have been huge, because New York is, you know, the most important city in the United States. That would have given people protesting there and trying to do stuff for Palestine a lot of breathing room. It's also the second most important city for Zionism in the world after Tel Aviv. He could have done that. He didn't do that. And, you know, you had all the other stuff that I went over previously. I don't want to rehash everything. But he just keeps caving and caving. He keeps dialing back everything. And as I said before, the reason for that is when you become a Democrat, they make you a fucking Democrat. He's not even in office yet, and they're already making him more and more of a Democrat. Every day, every time he opens his mouth, he caves and he caves and he caves on something, little by little, until there's going to be nothing left. So people were protesting outside a synagogue, which was promoting immigration to Israel, promoting settlers going to Israel. Zionists make synagogues into political institutions, and there's nothing wrong with protesting a religious institution when you make it political. Like, no one thinks that there's anything wrong with protesting a Catholic church that promotes anti-abortion stuff, that tries to influence politics. Same thing. You try to recruit settlers to go to Palestine, to settle Palestine, to do genocide in Palestine, should be protested then. So Mamdani's statement was that he discouraged the language used at last night's protest and will continue to do so. He believes every New Yorker should be free to enter a house of worship without intimidation, and that those sacred spaces should not be used to promote activities in violation of international law. So he's trying to have his cake and eat it too, right? He's trying to say that people protesting were doing something wrong somehow. Their language, there was something wrong with their language and it should be discouraged. While at the same time trying to make like a token acknowledgement within the framework of liberal international law that something bad was going on there. So paradoxically, he's like, you shouldn't be allowed to protest outside this clear political institution, clearly engaging in a vile act of promoting settler colonialism. But at the same time, maybe those in this supposed place of worship that I'm discouraging these people from protesting, they were doing something wrong too. He's both sidesing it. If he's caving on this now, he's only going to keep caving on it. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And then there's like the fucking Trump meeting. Like, what can you say about this, you know? We're told over and over again by Mamdani's biggest supporters that Trump is this fascist danger, an urgent fascist danger, and that you need to compromise with the Democratic Party, basically until the end of time, because Trump is this massive, endlessly imminent danger. He's such an urgent danger that we have to compromise and vote Democrat or run as Democrat to fight him. And then That guy gets together with Trump and is clearly trying to be mates with him. And they're like, oh my God, this is such amazing political genius. Mamdani is great. At a certain point, it just becomes obvious they're just going to support these fucking people no matter what they do. They don't want to be combative with Trump. They want to be friends with fucking Trump. I mean, they don't want that. They want whatever Mamdani does is what they're going to pretend they want in the first place. It's a cult of personality already. Ultimately, they'll take anything that this guy does or says and they will make excuses for it and rationalize it, provided that he gives them a 2% increase in wages, a 1% decrease in rental costs, and opens 2 state-subsidized grocery stores. Trump is a fascist, Trump is terrible, Trump is doing all these horrible things, but this is fine, okay? This is a completely non-adversarial interview with Trump. Not even an interview, like he made a pact with him, basically, in everything but fucking signing an actual piece of paper. You know, like 1 second it's like, fuck the ACP, fuck the MAGA communists, they're pro-Trump, they're fascist. The next second it's like, our guy's basically doing fucking MAGA communism here. That's good, actually. It doesn't make sense because it's not meant to make sense, okay? The reason none of it makes sense is because ultimately they just want treats for themselves. Mamdani says he wants to give them treats. That's all there is to it, man. They'll compromise everything that they say that they believe. They just don't want you to tell them that they're doing so. They want to do it while pretending and feeling like they're radicals. That's why these people hate me so much, because I call this shit out. I don't just coddle them and be like, oh yeah, this is actually exactly what needs to be done. It's perfect. You really are the radical, like the radical that you desperately want to present yourself as. Like I told you before, and it's not because I'm like some genius or something making incredible Nostradamus predictions. I said, he's going to betray you. Here's why and how. And I know that because this is just what happens when you join the Democratic Party. They mold you to their whim. You're not the one with the power in that relationship. You're the one who needs them. You're the one who wants, who joined their party, not the other way around. It's predictable because it's the only thing that could ever possibly happen in this situation. It's happened before with, Sanders and AOC and others. Why do you think it's not going to happen here? I mean, I'm sure they do think it is going to happen here. They know it too. The real truth of it is that they don't give a fuck, Like people try to say, oh, Burden Penalty is so negative and stuff. And what they mean by being negative is that I don't fucking lie to them. I don't tell them the sweet little lies that they want to believe. Like, all of this is so imminently predictable. He's not even in office yet, and he's already caved so much. He got elected telling people that he was pro-Palestine. He got popular doing that, and he's just going to cave on everything pro-Palestine, obviously. He's going to do the thing where his words don't meet his actions, but because he said the right words, his fans will point to that while ignoring the actual actions. Because that's all that matters to them. It's fucking a cult of personality because they want slightly cheaper bus tickets. Buy bus tickets, man. And if it's not this, it's like they want AOC, advocating for them in Congress to make them feel like there's someone fighting on their behalf, but is actually not doing fucking shit and voting for more Iron Dome funding every 2 months. Like, there's a certain point where you're not falling for it and it's just very deliberate. But the reason he's already betraying you, is he betraying you? Depends on who you are. Certainly betraying the Palestinians. The reason why he appointed a Zionist police commissioner, the reason why his entire transition team is like Obama admin Zionist and Zionists from the previous 3 Democrat administrations of the mayor of New York. The reason why he's meeting with Trump. The reason why he puts out a both sides statement regarding a completely legitimate anti-Zionist protest outside a synagogue is because he's gradually becoming more in line with the Democratic Party. It's not for his actual base. It's for people way above that. He ran on Palestine and now he's going to be talking about how he only cares about New York. What can you say, man? It's just so obvious. And if you thought this was bad, you haven't said anything yet. It's going to keep happening. I'm not a genius for telling you that. It's just fucking obvious. If he's caved this much already, just you wait and see how much he's going to cave more in the future when it comes down to he's actually in office. He's also going to cave on things that affect you as well. Don't make no fucking mistake. There's not going to be any police reform. There's not going to be anything like that. Trust me. It's going to be fucking the same business as usual. What you're actually going to end up with here is a mayor who gives like slightly more government-funded programs in New York while compromising on literally everything else and at best being the same as before on those issues. But he's going to be like occasionally saying like free Palestine or some shit, and they're going to focus on the words and ignore the actions. They seem to care more about words than actions. It's crazy. He's not even DSA either. It's crazy that DSA think he's their guy. Like, I saw DSA people celebrating this, like saying, oh my God, one day Zoran Mamdani came to a DSA meeting, and the next day he was meeting Trump. What a huge win. For one, that's insane in the first place, right? Like, wait, you think he's your guy? You think he's a member of your organization? You think you exercise any influence or control over him? But for you, him coming to one meeting is something to celebrate? Excuse me? If he's your guy, he should be at all the meetings. You should exercise control over him. He should be a vehicle to implement your party's will. But he's clearly not, is he? He has nothing to do with you. And him showing up is a cause for celebration. That's not fucking normal. Tell this to any other political organization anywhere else in the world and you're going to get fucking laughed at. Are you kidding me? The only reason why he showed up at that one meeting is because he made a deal with the fucking DNC to try to get the DSA not to endorse, what was the guy's name? Osse. Like, this guy is trying to run in the primary against Hakeem Jeffries. He went there to that one meeting because he wanted to, like, prevent that primary challenge from happening on behalf of the fucking Democratic Party. Because he's that guy now. That's why he was there. And you're like, oh man, this is heaven. This is fucking heaven. He's meeting Trump, the fucking genocider of Gaza, one of the two genociders of Gaza alongside Joe Biden. He's meeting Donald Trump. He's getting Trump to ensure that he's going to give us money so that we can implement slightly more social programs for people in New York. Trump, who 5 minutes ago was this fascist danger who we all had to vote blue to stop. It's incoherent because it's not supposed to be coherent. For them, it is coherent because the only thing they care about is securing treats for themselves. And if you think about it from that standpoint, what they're doing is optimal. You want treats for yourself, you do exactly what Mamdani is doing. In order for them to fall for it, they need to not be doing it on purpose, you know? So I don't think they're falling for it at all.